So today we are going to have a very scientific test where we are going to objectively measure what my favorite truck is today. I know, lots of science today. We got my three biggest trucks here. Got the Creighton 8S, DBX, LE, and the Super Baja Rey. We're gonna start with the one that I've had the longest, which would be the 8S, which I already know is my favorite, but you know what, we have all three, so let's go for a drive. We'll try our best to not kick up so much stuff. I think we have a visitor. That Goldie over there, her name is, what was it again?
Penny.
Penny, that's right. She's a chaser. Belongs to that older gentleman over there. He's a real nice guy. He wants to say hi. Real cute dog.
We got videos.
Well, that was a flip. That's completely intentional. That flip was skill and not luck, obviously. Next, we're gonna drive the big buggy, DBXLE. Yep, it's a buggy, all right. Definitely feels like a fifth scale Typhon if there ever was one. Stock electronics on this one. Everything is stock about it. Let's see how many of these wheels I can crack today. Literally. Some of them are already cracked. I bought this one. This thing is slippery on this sand here. Not nearly as stable as the Creighton. Yeah, it is actually kind of tough to drive. It feels like it's driving on, not really on ice. Fluffy, kind of. Feels very firm. The suspension feels very firm. And it feels like the grip level is like I'm driving on, it almost feels like I'm driving on like wet asphalt. And now we can try the oddball, which is the Super Baja Rey. Just pick this one up. Awful decals and awful paint and everything. I know, it's definitely. Yeah, and that's what driving a Super Baja Rey is like. Oh man, I can't help myself. But I have a retrieval method. Ye old Creighton 8S. Because I'm too lazy to walk. And I missed. Oh, come on. Stand by from a word from our sponsors. There we go. That's what it's like to drive a Super Baja Rey. You can barely keep the wheels on the ground. Anyway, switch back over to it. And Mr. Quinn is here. I'm recording if you want to be in on this. Yeah, the rear suspension on this is really... I'm recording if you want to be in on this. Got the new Quinn on. And it looks like he brought lazy. Oh my god, what is this? Oh, that's right. This is a 14B. This is a 14B. Look at this. I gotta get a size comparison.
It's the only thing I had charged.
Yeah, this thing is no joke. Look at that.
Well, that's
it's adorable.
That's a miniature of that.
Well, I can bring that over too. I kind of want one now. This guy. Kind of want one.
We just fucking spent $1,000.
Oh yeah, look at all three. Well, that's associated. That's like its cousin.
Yeah.
It's its cousin. How about that?
Ish.
Instead of its little brother, or maybe neighbor. I don't know.
Maybe. That's a good neighbor.
Anyway, I'll just put this over here for now.
Yeah, also have my
Oh, it's gonna.
outcast. I have it somewhat taken apart.
I haven't driven these big ones side by side yet, so I wanted to put together a video of doing exactly that. And as it turns out, they are vastly different.
Don't move, I'm not grabbing your half here. Hold on. You got some goat heads.
Oh, do I?
Just sit down.
Yeah, there's this older gentleman out here with that Goldie. He was hanging out here for a while.
Sorry. Put one little bone on it.
I'm wearing layers. I got 2 pants on. It's cold in the morning. You gotta be really careful driving a Baja Rey. They are not forgiving. You might have to put thicker oil in the shocks again. Yeah, these trucks like to kick the butt up off of every ramp. Yeah, it's all about finding that happy medium. I managed to find that happy suspension. But this one is still a work in progress. I think the oil is a little bit too thin still, and I put 100 weight in it. Yeah, I can't be anywhere near full throttle with this thing. But the suspension is like wicked soft, but you know, that's kind of the point. You can even see the suspension, how plush it is coming over this grass here. This little ramp here. Way more skill to drive this than I prepared to offer. Has it got ABC? If it's got ABC, it's because you're holding it. That's on the ground. Let's have some fun with the big ones and the small ones.
Hey, what is going on with the shock?
I was about to bulldozer. Let's park that one and switch over to the big buggy.
We gotta figure out what's going on with this shock. Keeps pulling apart.
Oh boy, that's not good. What, like the rod end or?
Yeah, the rod end's pulling out of the piston. It's already done.
Oh, Jesus.
Whenever it lands crooked.
I wonder if, is that a standard like short push truck shock length? Like, can you put some Pro Lines or maybe Traxxas DCRs or something on there?
Most of these shocks are pretty good, though.
Yeah, I'm quite happy with the shocks on this thing, for the most part. This thing feels like I'm driving like a supermarket. And I've already cracked like every rim. These things are notorious for rim cracks. Yeah, this thing is it's weird. The suspension is like really stiff, but the tires have like no grip. It's almost like I'm driving on wet pavement. Yeah, it's a completely different driving attitude than the Baja Rey, which is to be expected. Lots of oversteer with this thing. What are you whipping out next?
Me?
Yeah, what are you whipping out next? Oh, did you? And then you got ye old reliable, Mr. Creighton 8S, with significantly less oversteer, apparently. Save it! Ah, rip. Yeah, that's it's funny. That's what it's like to drive a Creighton 8S. because you crash because it's so fast and you try and be the hero. But when it comes to a Super Baja Rey, if you even look at it funny, it rolls over at low speed. It's so funny. You know what? I think I just made a realization. Driving a Baja Rey is like driving a narrow hull catamaran. If you hit your jumps in your corners too slow, you crash. Yeah, I think that's actually kind of what that's like. I never would have imagined the Baja Rey drives like a boat, but here we are.
Things might be a little better. I just heard a couple motorcycles over here earlier.
Yeah, we were here when they were running their bikes, and it was kind of sketch because there was a guy who was, from what we could tell by overhearing him, he was learning how to drive, and he had probably, how old was she?
Like
Probably 2 or 3 year old girl with a helmet the size of her body running, like riding shotgun on a bike he didn't know how to ride. So I was like kind of nervous. I mean, we all learn somewhere.
Those are too big bikes to be running over. I can hear them at my house. They're too big.
No joke though, the other guy knows how to ride. That guy's properly good. But the other guy, maybe not so much. I mean, no, hey, I can't ride to save my life.
he was asking, how do you stop it?
Oh, you got that thing fired up? Oh, that's so funny. I'm gonna try my best to not bulldoze you. Is that It's the same setup as the 14 MT, right? It's that reedy.
Yeah, I think so.
And it's 2S only, right? Yeah, that's what I thought. So yeah, it's a stock setup.
Yeah, 4,600 kg, I think.
Yeah, something real high like that. That is hilarious. Oh my god, I need to buy that.
If you buy one, you're gonna sell something else.
It's just so small.
I'm trying really hard to mind your location so I don't just completely bulldoze you. This thing is really taking it on the chin, and not in a good way.
Oh, I'm on my leg.
I'll go get mine.
He has a cute tushy. Squishy tushy. Babe, move that rock.
Good call. Oh, saved it. I think one of my wheels is bigger than your whole car. Oh shoot. Saved it. I made it go this way instead of at us.
It's still a little bit too close for comfort, sir.
Sorry. I'll try my best to not do that. So how many times have you driven your little one?
Stuck.
I see you. You're right there.
See what it's
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Now you're stuck, for real. That's the worst. Next.
Oh,
Yeah, that's what sucks about driving the small ones. Sometimes they're really sensitive to, flipping over. Yeah, 3 completely different driving styles. This one, you kind of have to use a little bit of skill and predictive cornering. Because there's a lot of oversteer with these. Not a whole lot of grip on this surface here. And with my Creighton, at least with mine, a lot of understeer. So you have to, plan your jumps and your cornering as if it doesn't want to turn at all, which is kind of a bummer. Nothing some diff tuning and suspension tuning can't fix. It's like what is it? That in Mario, if you what is it? Where you eat one of those things and it like makes you huge.
a mushroom?
Yeah, that's what that is. That's what that is. It's like mine ate the mushroom and I'm suddenly huge. You gotta play that jingle. I kind of want to get a Mini 8. When's the last time you've seen one of those?
I hadn't seen the regular Losi.
Mini 8s are expensive right now. A good one's like almost $300.
We just spent how much on a car?
Yeah. They're hard to find though, because they don't make them anymore. A good one is hard to find, that is. One that doesn't have a mangled chassis. Like, even though the Baja Rey is like objectively a pain in the butt to drive, I find it to be more rewarding when you get it right. It's like kind of like a two-wheel drive. They're a pain in the butt to drive, but when they do the thing that you want it to do, it feels good. What I started to notice too about driving a truck like this is you have to make sure you're completely off throttle.
Ooh.
You have to make sure you're completely off throttle by the time you hit that ramp. Otherwise, you have like no potential of saving it from a nosedive. They're very tricky. I wonder if it's possible to like tailor the jump specifically for this to make it so that it doesn't nosedive so much. Oh, my light's flickering. What's up with that?
Okay.
My front light's flickering. Oh well, I'll figure that out later. I'm pretty sure the board is exposed on those lights, so I should be able to start it back on. Oh look, the light's back on now. For now. It's weird. These have mod 1.5 from the factory. Yeah, dude. That's very weird. Arma 8 as anything gets fine with mod 1.
Right when I walk over here, you go.
These are honestly pretty durable. Oh, the paint is terrible. The graphics are terrible.
Oh, I saw the pictures. Yeah, you saw the.
Oh my god, it's so embarrassing.
Bubbling.
But like the truck itself, as far as like the mechanical bits, it's durable, even though it's got plastic drive shafts.
Is it, huh?
It does have plastic drive shafts, but it has the it's like a plastic hybrid. So the center section is plastic, but this isn't. And it's got like these sort of square-shaped teeth that key into the drive shaft. And honestly, like aside from it being, the quality, yeah, I got to do something about this too. This front bumper situation is just not
Oh, that popped out of the foot.
Yeah, this tab popped out of that hole, and it also broke free from the plastic here. So this is all supposed to be one piece. So that's kind of a common thing with these, I think. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of a wonky driving experience, but you know, craving something different and keeps the brain juices flowing. Do you want to drive it? It's actually really easy to drive. The throttle isn't very touchy, even though I put a big pinion on it. And it does have legit beadlock rims. Shit, you're a natural. Yeah, you see what I mean? The nose wants to come down with every jump.
A little bit. Not on that first one. The first one was but the truck kind of behaves like that naturally. Like that naturally happened in one of these trucks.
Like the big ones?
Yeah, like a full-size, realistic
Sure.
car. Yeah.
Jesus, you're yeeting it harder than I do.
I do like how sensitive your closing is. The trigger feels real nice on it.
Lots of preload on that. I saw that.
Yeah, I saw that. Rear deck yeah, jumping the other direction is actually feels pretty good. Excuse me. So I find it easy to like get a bit of speed.
And then you... Is that what's left of my front bumper?
That's the front of the bumper on.
That's okay. I don't think it's structural.
So give it a little bit of coasting speed, and then right at the bottom it'll jump.
Yeah, yep. That's exactly it. I want to get it to a point where I don't have to floor it to keep the nose up. Like that, but like naturally.
Ooh. Yeah, you weren't giving me it. I'm giving it more than you were.
I think that might just be because I tend to drive how you're driving now with my arm up. Quick with that throttle response.
Trying to keep it from nose diving.
During the rainy season, this area between both of those jumps, I missed my aim and I went full send into that mud puddle. Like day one when I got it. Yeah, that. Day one when I got it. Ooh, okay.
Sorry, I hit my
Oh, did you get something too?
I'm not saying it hit me too.
If you ever actually want to buy one, get a used one. I paid full price for this because there were none. And it really stings when you spend $1,000 on a brand new truck and the graphics are misaligned, the paint flakes, and the wires that power the lights were zip tied directly to the cage with nothing protecting them. And I took the body off to inspect before I even drove it for the first time, and one of the zip ties cut through the wires from the factory. So it's just shitty build quality, you know? It's like, it's a pretty decent design and the truck handles great, but it's just the details are just embarrassing for $1,000. But yes, that was a very good jump. I saw that. The very moment you hit the ground, it just went like 20 miles per hour faster. Shit, you drive this better than I do. I was actually going to say, do you want to drive the... Ooh! As I aim the camera away from me. Did you want to drive the big one?
There's mud in my...
In your pocket?
In my...
Well, and another thing I kind of don't really like, I tolerate it, is the battery compartment design, the little latch that releases the door. Yeah, you gotta load them through the bottom, which is fine, except the latch, the little pull latch that you gotta pull, gets stuck very, very easily, even in this driving condition. God help you if it gets wet and muddy and dries overnight. Good luck.
coast to coast over the jump even.
Yeah, I saw that. Solid.
Ooh.
Solid.
Oh, fish there,
Mike's gonna be
yeah.
jealous.
You driving yet?
Oh, because he's not here. Jesus. I'm telling you, this thing is durable. I say that as I'm holding a broken part. You know what's a fun fact too that I discovered recently? Okay, all right, okay.
I turned the other
The hex hubs on these that go over the axle stubs are the exact same dimensions as an e-Revo 2.0. Because even though this is a big 8S truck, it uses a 17mm hex. Yeah, isn't that a little weird? Butter. I don't even think the chassis touched the ground on that one.
No, it was a light jump too, but it looked cool. Ooh, little ass on top there.
It's almost like someone who's been doing this longer than me knows how to drive better.
Right? Fishing out really big. That looks right.
Yeah, Jesus. This guy's making me look like a novice.
Now if I can get it to hit the berm.
Have you raced before? Same person. Might as well be. I think it's safe to say today, today's favorite is the Super Baja Rey. It's also a little bit annoying to get the spares out. Because the small Baja Rey, you just twist a thumb screw. With these, there's 4 screws per wheel, and then there's a spindle that goes through them. So getting the spares out is kind of annoying. Jesus. Yeah, who says Super Baja Rey isn't a basser?
Ooh.
Yeah, I didn't see that. Oh, also another thing from the factory they include is this little mud flap that goes down underneath the front bumper, underneath the light. And it's a flexible rubber, like a legitimate mud flap. And after maybe like 10 minutes of driving, it ripped completely clean off. So I just stopped running it. That's pretty good, huh?
Yeah, we're back. Oh, thank you.
It was on the floor. I didn't want him to step
You're
on
good.
it.
Yeah, I mean,
That was some good video.
yeah, that's excellent. 21 minutes.
Yeah.
You have a YouTube channel too, don't you?
Yes, I do.
I'll shout you out.
I like
Her and I are
YouTube.
doing the YouTube thing now, like legitimately.
Alright.
I have one video out. It's an hour long, and it's basically a very detailed video on how Spectrum radios work.
Oh.
It's a very common confusion that people have. 0 edits. That's the theme of what we're going after here,
Yeah, none of mine are edits.
which is good because
I dropped the phone. I
like
dropped the
legit,
fan,
yeah,
Oops.
yeah, and then Thor made an appearance. Like it was a whole like thing, you know. And that's kind of the vibe that we're going for because so many of these channels that I see on YouTube, they're so polished and so edited. I'm like, dude, I'm just here to drive cars. You know what I mean? Everyone's got a phone in their pocket. Everyone can record, but I don't know shit about editing. Oh, you want to drive the big one? Let her drive the big one. It's actually easy to drive. It really is. I mean, honestly, I think every RC car is easy to drive for someone who's driven them at least a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't give this to someone who's like, you know, 6, 7 years old who... I'd be hesitant to give it to Olivia. You know what I mean?
She's pretty mild, actually. She's fairly controlled now.
Well, because like my thing is, God forbid it hits somebody, that thing has got some weight to it, you know?
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
It's not that I don't necessarily...
I mean, 10 scale going fast enough to hurt you.
Yeah.
8 scale is big enough, and then you hit this. And...
Speaking of 10 scale, you know what I'm thinking about? Well, now that I'm thinking about getting a fucking 14B, is a 10 scale 4-wheel drive buggy, like a Techno.
No.
No? Just no.
Really.
Oh.
No, Techno buggy. There was one on, there's one on Facebook right now.
Is it really? Is it a 10 scale?
No, sorry, it's a Mugen.
Oh, is it a 10 scale? I want the smaller, like
no,
specifically a smaller one.
No, it's a Mugen.
Yeah. Do you want to get that car, or do you want me to grab something else? Walk of shame. Making me do the walk of shame. And the fan on that one's awfully loud. It's got a Power Hobby fan in it. Fits in the stock speed control. Oh, where are we at? How's this thing doing? So far, so good. The speed control on this one, the tab's completely broke clean, so it's being held on literally with sticky tape. And it's doing okay. And I guess she chose the Creighton 8S instead. So this one, for the meantime, is just parked there. Don't kill me. Kick you.
You have 1100 kV in there?
The big orange Spectrum. I think it's 800?
800?
Yeah. It's the same size and effectively the same kV as the stock motor that comes in a big Losi buggy. I mean, what's the difference between 780 and 800?
Yes, you did.
Doing pretty good, not gonna lie. Let me get an action shot. Just keep driving, do your thing. Go ahead.
One of your wheels seems like loose.
Oh, is it? I think we're good. I think it's fine. Yeah, I think we're good. Oh yeah, she's Gucci. Come at me. Not literally. Take me out like a bowling pin. Just pretend I'm not here. Just jump over it. I'll take it in the shin like I did last summer. There you go. Oh Jesus. Oh God. Is that you cutting power? Yeah. Yeah, nothing crazy.
Pretty wild, yeah. It was actually kind of fun driving it. Yeah,
No, this thing's great. The only thing that I did as far as modifications to like anything structural or anything, the bracing here, I added these red turnbuckles and that one there because what happens is that on impact, this section of the truck will like compress and will bend inward, right? You kind of see that a little bit, it bends inward. So I just added some bracing here to help prevent it from bending so much. Yeah, and it's cool too because this kind of more or less, I think, clears for the most part. We might have a little bit of impacting here on jumps, but you know, it's fine. Oh, are we coming loose? You know, that's the second time that's happened.
I just have to see that.
Yeah, that's the second time that's happened.
We don't know.
And I literally hit them with my impact gun with a 17 socket.
You might have to hit it with some Loctite. Just a small smidge of it.
Yeah. I have some,
Keep it locked up.
so since I found out that these hex hubs are the same size, actually, since it's loose, I can just show you. It's the same hex size as a E-Revo. Like the actual hub design is the same. So these are the stock ones. And this is an Arma wheel nut, and it's got the same thread pitch.
I see it.
But anyway, these will fit a hot racing hub extension for an E-Revo because it's all the same dimensions.
Yeah, so you widen the base a little bit? Maybe?
Yeah, maybe widen it a little bit. I'm probably gonna RIP my fenders.
Couldn't you get double, you can get the double hex, right?
What do you mean, the like?
The extended hex.
Oh yeah, that's what I got. That's what I got coming.
Oh, there you go.
It'll instead
That'll help out a
of
lot.
instead of sitting it here, I think it's
Yeah,
a
it'll
plus
probably be out to the
10.
edge of the thread even.
It'll be a plus 10,
Yeah.
so I think it'll be like right there. I'll probably obliterate the fenders, but you know what? Horizon sent me a new body because I made a whole stink about it. Because, you know, for $1,000 and it, oh shit! Straight up, she's actually a really good driver. She doesn't know it. She does, but she doesn't. Humble beginnings, you know what I mean?
You don't have a wheel nut wrench?
It's in my car. I got all my tools, but none on me. I'll deal with that later. The sways sometimes come.
Well, this didn't come off while I was tearing it out.
Yeah, the sways didn't come undone. They did at some point for some reason. I'm not entirely sure when or how, but
You got this new?
yeah, I bought it brand new. I've had it for maybe, what, a week? Yeah. These do have the fakie discs, and it does actually have fakie calipers. But at some point, I had crashed and lost it and took all the rest of them off.
This one's my favorite.
That's my favorite too. Honestly, but it's hard to choose favorites when you have over 20 of them to choose from. Yeah, I got that buggy over there from what's his name, Blaze?
The Losi?
Yeah, the DBXLE.
You got it from there?
I got it from Blaze. He had it on Marketplace, and he was just periodically dropping price, and it just got low enough to a point where I just couldn't say no, you know?
Watch for those kids for me, please.
Oh yeah, they're not on the course, they're on the grass.
Let me know if they get hurt.
Yep. Shit, you're getting confident. I like it. And then I went and said something. Come to Papa. We might have to carry this one.
Are we done?
Well,
Yeah.
I'm starting to get satisfied. Do that again. No? You gotta set yourself up for it.